A man who was wrongfully convicted says that a Suffolk County prosecutor stole his freedom. As 5 Investigates first reported last Friday, that prosecutor is now on paid leave amid allegations of misconduct.
Our Mike Bodette sat down with a man who spent decades in prison and is still fighting for justice. Mike.
Maria and Ed, Robert Foxworth always maintained his innocence. He was released from prison in December 2020 after spending nearly 3 decades in prison for a 1991 murder in Boston, after it came out that a member of the prosecution team coerced the only eyewitness into falsely identifying Foxworth as the killer. Now another Suffolk County prosecutor is accused of wrongdoing in the case.
I lost my mom to cancer during this time frame, and the Department of Corrections wouldn't allow me to attend her final send-off because I was deemed a murderer.
Robert Foxworth reading from a letter he wrote as part of a complaint filed with the Office of the Bar Counsel against Suffolk County Assistant District Attorney Mark Lee.
Mark Lee, you played a major role in crippling me. I did you no wrong. I never met you, never hurt you.
Foxworth says Lee, deputy chief of the DA's homicide unit, who helped prosecute the double murder case against New England Patriots tight end Aaron Hernandez, does not belong in the district attorney's office.
This guy basically was going to leave me to die in jail. You can't have people like that in a position of power.
In a complaint filed last week with the Office of the Bar Counsel, Foxworth's attorney says Lee was told by an informant back in 2007 that Foxworth did not commit the crime, and that the informant knew that because the informant was actually involved in the murder. Lee allegedly did not bring that information forward and has continued to work in the DA's office. What is Mark Lee's motivation? Why would he not want this information to come out?
I have no idea why a prosecutor would do his job that way. I can't imagine a less appropriate way to do that job.
The DA's office has hired an outside firm to investigate the allegations while placing Lee on paid leave. Lee released a statement saying, "I expect that once a review has been completed, I will return to doing the job I have proudly done for 25 years. Lee's legal team added, "We believe that this complaint against Mark Lee, a prosecutor of high ethical standards, is simply baseless."
What I think should happen is that Mark Lee should resign and he should apologize. He owes this man an apology.
And I know you want him to be held accountable. Do you think he will be held accountable?
No, I don't think so.
Foxworth's attorney says she does have hope that the Suffolk County District Attorney's Office will do the right thing. Foxworth has already received cash settlements from the state and the city of Boston for his wrongful conviction. Mike Bodette, 5 Investigates.